I'm not doing that for 20 30 seconds. Hi, and welcome to Blood Screen Movie Club. I'm your host, Mark Goddard. As you can see, we're back on YouTube doing video, apart from Niall, who is without camera right now.
I'm in black and white.
He is.
He just hasn't got his light on. It's really dark there.
Or any clothes on.
Yeah. She's in Marcus's basement, that's why.
Yeah.
No. We are actually a person down this week, actually 2 people down this week. So we're back to the OG3. So this week, joining me on our movie journey is Niall Whitlock.
Hello.
Or as I'm going to call him, this guy. So every now and again, I'll just push this back the video up because it looks like it. And of course, the Juggalo himself. I don't even know if you know what that is, but
let's keep it that way. Hey, that way.
Weren't they insane clown posse people? Weren't they called Juggalos?
Try saying that several times fast, yeah.
Google it. Google a gigolo.
I know what a juggalo is.
Hello.
He's like, I'm well aware of that.
I know what a juggalo is.
Wait, there's a difference.
So here we go. Oh, there's much of a difference. So this here, if you are a wrestling fan as well, this is a juggalo.
Yeah, that's them.
Okay,
you got that picture surprisingly fast.
Huh?
You got that picture way fast.
Hey, look, I'm a professional. I've been doing this for a long time.
Often mentions.
Talking of juggalos, bizarrely off topic, they have a festival every year.
They do,
and it's called, what's it called? It's like Juggalo Island, but it's not on an island. It's in a field somewhere.
Don't talk about things on islands anymore.
They all get drunk and stoned, and then they yell, "Show us your butthole." That's all I know about it. There you go.
Sounds like it could be a series. It's like, he's gonna do the thing. He's gonna do the thing. Hey, shows you about. He's done it.
That's gonna go on Netflix.
I'm definitely going to
Netflix documentary. Anyway, yeah, what was he doing? Anyway, he talked about juggalos. There you go. It's some more juggalo action for you.
Oh,
from a march.
I thought you were going to just put a censored bar up for a minute.
Water. There's lots of water there. There could be like an island. Anyway,
so 2 films.
What, Juggalo?
Yeah. I'll have to share the trailers with you later. Right, I promise. I haven't made that up.
We're going to watch it on the podcast, and no one's going to like it.
No, there's 2 of them. One's a western.
What sort of films are we watching? Well, we meant to watch a Juggalo film for today.
Not yet.
I hope so. Jesus.
Bad CGI Gator.
So this was supposed to happen last week, but then Niall was ill, and Chaz was ill. Niall was
very ill.
So we were supposed to have 5 of us on this record, but Hunter is unable to get on the record this week, so hopefully we'll see him next episode. And Taz is still ill. I've got half a voice, and Niall doesn't want to be seen on camera. So anyone who is actually in full form is Marcus.
He's always on full form.
Yeah, it's the crack.
Probably is
no
crack.
We can't swear for about 5 minutes, isn't that right? Because money and stuff. But anyway, so this week we are now forced. Me and Marcus are forced to talk about a film that 3 of us are supposed to talk about. So we have 3 films this week. We have an amazing film, probably one of the best films ever made, Bad CGI Gator, which we'll be watching, which we'll be chatting about quickly, very, very, very briefly, because it's only me and Marcus who've seen it. Bad CGI Gator. Come on, look, this film has stuff like this in it.
It's very thick alligator.
Look, he can ring doorbells and everything. Look at him. Sexy
it's those opposable thumbs.
Yeah, just pressing buttons. But our main 2 films this week is going to be the amazing slasher from Eli Roth, which is Thanksgiving, and we'll also be going a little bit darker with the Shudder original, When Evil Lurks. But as always, before we get on to these bits, what have you guys been watching since we last spoke? So it's March now. we did a very quick episode for the quiz in January, so we haven't been a couple of months now. So have you guys seen anything good in the last 2 months? There's none.
Who are we going to first?
I haven't really watched anything since the last time we spoke. I've had an absolutely insane, 4 or 5 weeks. I haven't really watched anything new. I rewatched Arrested Development again. I forgot how funny that was. If anybody hasn't seen that.
Seen it.
You've never seen Arrested Development? It's absolutely brilliant. Absolute masterpiece. It's a shitload more episodes. So that's basically what I've been doing. Yeah. I haven't really watched anything else other than these 2 films. Yeah. Very exciting. I know.
Wow, I know, right? Marcus, what have you been watching? Nothing normally.
Whoa. Let's hang on to your horses here, or your alligators, whatever you want to say. I have watched, other than these 3 films, just, rub that in. No, I watched 3. I don't
feel bad.
To be fair, I thought it was an hour and 50 minutes, so I was quite pleasantly surprised when it was only 58 minutes.
60 minutes of pure gold.
Yeah, that's. We'll get to that. But no, I've been watching the Netflix series Better Call Saul, about the Breaking Bad spin-off. Yeah, no, I was watching sort of an episode every other day, and recently I've been trying to just sort of binge watch it more, and it's really good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Makes me sit there and think, could I be a lawyer? Could I do all this dodgy stuff? But then I remember, no, I definitely should not do that, or could do that.
It's a lot slower than Breaking Bad, but I think it's just as good.
Yeah, it picks up in the later seasons. I'm finding.
Yeah, I might rewatch that actually.
Had to get back into it, but got a little bit into it, but then had no Netflix after a while. So,
Have you 2 watched the El Camino spin-off as well?
Yeah, the film. Yeah. Film's really good.
There's another one coming out, isn't there? A Breaking Bad one.
Is there? I don't know. I haven't heard about it.
Let's do a little Google of this one.
Google. I'm not surprised, to be honest, because all the casts still Aaron Paul and Bryan Cranston basically hang out every day, don't they? It was bound to happen.
Yeah. Making meth.
Let him cook.
Oh, yeah.
No, I think it's. You just got Breaking Bad, A Better Call Saul, and El Camino.
Oh, we got our hopes up.
Yeah.
But what? Anything else on your list of stuff you watched? Though? Literally just Better Call Saul.
Oh, no, that was it. I think if there was anything else, then I haven't remembered it. I was probably just sat there eating biscuits and just fell asleep. Oh, actually, I think there was a few episodes of Miss Marple that I might have watched. Yeah, there was that. Just get a bit of what was her name? Miss Fletcher? I don't know. Can't remember now. Or Columbo. That's good as well. No?
It'd be really weird if you spent the week watching Columbo.
What's wrong with Columbo? Just one more
Nothing.
thing.
It's just I wouldn't have expected it.
No, I was packing potatoes all of the last 2 weeks. Didn't have time for all this.
Packing potatoes?
Yeah. So I've been recently working for an agency, and one of the jobs I was given was a potato backer. So yeah, taking different spuds. Honestly, I didn't realize how many different types of spuds there are. I thought you just got baked potato, baby potato. No, you just got King Edward potatoes. You got jazzy potatoes. Fuck, what else?
What's a
Desiree?
jazzy
I'm like,
potato?
what? Well, it's a bit sad, isn't it? But no, it's like a salad potato.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. There's branches. I was like, what? It's a potato, not a potato. No. You got salad potatoes. You got earlies, mains.
What is happening?
There's loads. But either way, lovely place to work at. Yeah, fortunately, temp work is what it is, and it came to an end. So yeah, here I am again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was it. 2 weeks of just that.
2 weeks of potato fun, and yeah.
Oh, it was good. I didn't get to get any potatoes. But...
Where was this potato place? That's pretty good.
That's potato.
That's very jazzy.
That's a jazzy potato.
But for the audio, For the people listening on the actual audio podcast, that's going to mean nothing.
Oh yeah, good point.
Just have a sax solo, just do do do. This was King Seeds. You ever heard of that?
No.
No.
Is that a place or a potato?
That's the place. No, I hadn't heard of
okay.
them before. The place came up. But yeah, no, it's they deal with basically a lot of seeds, ironically, and potatoes and other stuff that gets sold. Yeah, I didn't know too much about them, to be honest, beforehand. Yeah,
There you go.
potatoes.
Potatoes, yeah. You learn a new thing every day.
Fucking potatoes. Gotta love them.
Potatoes.
Sorry, went off track.
I watched a lot of old stuff.
Like Columbo.
Night in the Museum.
Oh, the first one.
Old stuff.
Yeah, we're about to watch that one. Night in the
I
Museum.
really loved Night in the Museum.
Nightmare in the Museum.
Sorry, because we started watching horror films, everything, my brain just turns every title into a horror film.
I've watched Skinamarink. That was alright.
What was it?
We mentioned it last time though. All kind of like filmed inside one kind of house. There's no doors and windows inside the house, and these kids, their parents disappeared. It's all filmed in really weird kind of art housey ways. But that's all right.
Film.
A wanky film, indeed.
Sorry,
Leo. Not that kind of wanky film.
No, not that
Leo, which is the new Adam Sandler one, the animated one about the lizards. Puffin Rock and the New Friends, because I have a child.
Yeah, that was
Mulan 2. Watch Mulan 2 as well.
There's a second one.
Yes.
I didn't know that. Has it got Eddie Murphy in it?
No, but the white guy who does do the voice of the dragon sounds just like Eddie Murphy.
Oh, okay.
The Del Toro version of Pinocchio.
Oh yeah, is that any good?
No, it's really good. Really good.
Yeah.
We like that one. And a documentary called Lover Stalker Killer. Now, I didn't know, Marcus was in a documentary, but
wait, what's this?
Lover Stalker Killer.
Oh,
It
what did you think of it?
It was good. Yeah.
That
You're a fan of the techniques.
Good to see you on camera again, Marcus.
Yeah. Put a lot of effort into that. What was the film again?
2 inches of. Right.
Hey,
This
hence
is
the
where I
name.
missed. See, this is where I missed Taz, because she normally has like 12 million films that she's watched throughout the month. But here we go.
I don't know how she finds the time. I don't get it.
Because she's a proper filmy.
I just don't get it. Like I have to sleep. Do you know what I mean?
She doesn't need sleep, remember?
They don't sleep, do they? So,
I'm starting to think,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that is the case.
Yeah.
Taz will basically sit there and sort of just like you know how phones you can put on a wireless charging pad? They'll sit down and just watch the film at night time, and then in the morning go, get on with the day now. That's it.
Very much.
This is Taz's problem as well, because like I'll not sit through something that's rubbish.
She'll love it. I don't know.
Taz will.
Love it. Yeah.
We're all going to
Taz will love it. Everything. I'm talking about a film that Taz would love. Let's quickly, very, 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 very quickly talk about a film that apparently I was supposed to talk to about with Hunter and then all of us, and now it just ended up being Marcus. So,
sorry, second best.
our first kind of mini review, but it'll be very quick with this one, is Bad CGI Gator.
Can I quickly tell you why I didn't watch it? Although I did watch about 15 minutes of it.
Why?
Because it's got better CGI than She-Hulk. So it's failed the first hurdle. I thought, there you go.
Yeah.
It can't even get that right.
Did you see the picture I put in the chat? That wasn't it jumping. That was it flying.
Yeah,
it's flying. Yeah, he flies. It flies. It's great.
I don't think everyone CGI is that bad, though. I mean, it looks like an alligator.
To be fair, it's not too bad.
She-Hulk don't look like She-Hulk.
Not She-Hulk at all. Trying to think how to describe this movie. Load of Gen Zers go to a cabin in the woods by a lake to do a TikTok thing. They throw their laptops into a lake. Yeah. Crocodile nuzzles it and it turns into a giant kind of floating doorbell ringing alligator. They all get picked off one by one.
Yeah.
There's a speaker for it to turn into this.
That'd be
good. Some proper bass boosting, eh?
That's
that looks real.
So, well, that one.
Yeah, that looks real. I mean, I would say that's big. That's big alligator.
That looks more real.
Yeah.
That looks like a man in a suit.
That's how real it looks.
Obviously, you know, obviously, Bad CGI Gator is from our good friends over at Full Moon Pictures. They're the geniuses behind.
It's just an excuse to use the picture prompt.
Yeah, pretty much. I like a prompt. They did the films like Puppet Master, Ginger Dead Man, Evil Bong, that kind of thing. Marcus, what did you think of this one? On your honest opinion?
Okay, my honest opinion summed up is this is the pure definition of it is so bad that it is good. It was a great film, but for all the wrong reasons. It's like starting off with the film, I don't know if they're trying to be serious or not. Obviously, the CGI Gator came out, and I was like, oh my god, it's going to be bad. And then it just got more and more as if the producers thought, fuck it, it's a comedy now. And it just got more and more less serious as the time went on. I got annoyed at first because the beginning scene with the fishing rod, when camera's there, when he's out by the lake, he's like, oh, I got a big fish, trying to pull it in, and his rod doesn't even bend. It's just straight. He's like, yeah, I got a big fish. And then the line just magically breaks. And I'm like, okay, this is really shit. And then you get scenes like the leg just getting bitten off. She's just hobbling around like, yeah, I'm fine. Just blood just squirting out of it. It's it's more of a comedy film than it is horror. But what have I got my notes? So there was two things that I wanted to note about this film, other than what I've mentioned.
Yeah.
And that is one, the two sort of like jock-looking guys. I didn't know if they were, they had a thing for each other or not, or if that's just like the whole bros being bros.
Oh no, that was definitely something there. Yeah.
Because when his girlfriend or Chad's girlfriend's like, oh yeah, 2-pump wonder, and he's like, whoa, no, he's not just a 2-pump wonder. My bro's really good. He's just like proper defending him. Like, oh, okay, well, what's going on in those changing rooms?
I think there's supposed to be an underline in there, yeah.
Yeah. And also all of these guys are like 30, 40 years old. They look it anyway. But that's typical. Get a movie about kids that are played by really old adults. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing I had. Right. So these people, they want to block the doorway. Stop the gator coming in. Makes sense, right? So they block up the doorway in the weirdest way possible, right next to a massive window. And I just looked at it, I was like, the door is... The window, the window's going to break. The door is not. Yeah. Then he opens the curtain, obviously, it's just sat there, flying, as it does.
Like all real alligators.
I loved it. What was that?
Like all real alligators or crocodile.
To be fair, a real one probably would have made more noise. So it wasn't realistic, but the flying part. But okay, it did ring the doorbell. That was noise, but yes.
See, that's really good CGI though. Like Disney couldn't pull that off now. That looks great. It's the same looking as the house.
It flew in the air like a snake, and it just sort of was
but then they play up to it as well, though. So that bit where he looks out the window, it's just floating there. Goes, yep, it's just floating there like a normal crocodile.
Yep.
Yeah.
What did you think of it, Mark?
Oh, I fucking loved this. You know I loved it. This is the type of thing me and Chaz would like watch on repeat. It's it is what it's meant to be. It's meant to be taking the piss. I mean, compare this to something like Cocaine Shark. This is so much more enjoyable and so much less crap than that film, even though it is awful. But Full Moon are like that, and that kind of makes me laugh. It has just a basic plot, but it's so much fun. So I absolutely love this film. Absolutely love it. I love
at the end.
It's the doorbell scene. I love this doorbell scene. We're just standing there, just bring the doorbell.
Who's knocking first?
Yeah,
and they don't answer.
Well, but at the end, you get this scene. So it manages to get this big because to try and distract it, they throw a CD, like a radio, like Bluetooth radio at it. He eats it and then turns into a giant alligator.
As you do.
Seems
logical to me. Yeah.
Right, so that
was actually.
It started as like a really. They started off with a really small baby alligator originally.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but the electric turned him into a giant.
This reminds me of that Spider-Man movie where that guy gets zapped by the earth wires and he, becomes this powerful electric man. It's basically what this gator was. Done a little touch of the laptop and got a shock.
And makes Spider-Man too,
Yeah. Nerdy fact: he actually fell into a vat of electric eels. That's not even a lie. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, you don't want that to happen, really, do you? It's a bit unfortunate. Not ideal.
Scary.
Yeah.
No, but if you're a fan of over the top, just nonsense, then go and see this. It's an hour out your day. Just watch it. It's fun. I would definitely keep it. I'll definitely keep it. What about you, Marcus? Would you keep it or bin it?
I thought you were going to be unbiddable on this. Yeah, definitely keep. It is a good fun one, and because it's only
close to unbiddable, very close to unbiddable.
Because it's only an hour, it's an easy watch.
I would bin it.
What?
Yeah, I'm sure if I'm Taz now. 1 second.
You have to watch Cocaine Shark
twice. I'm
going to message Cocaine Shark twice. No one's ever watched Cocaine Shark twice. Not even the people who made it.
Didn't the director think it was really good?
That wouldn't surprise me.
I don't know. I remember hearing that somewhere. I think it was you that told me that. So the director thought it was like the best thing ever.
He probably does think it's that.
Yeah. No. I'm sorry, but no. There you don't shave a man's beard off halfway through a film and then just ignore it.
Yeah, I forgot.
You just don't do that.
That was good.
That's an answer to my question. Bad CGI Gator, keep it or bin it? She hasn't watched it yet.
I think we all know it would be a keeper.
Oh yeah, Taz would love this.
Yeah.
Right, guys. What would you like to do next? Would you like to do slasher or possession?
Let's go to the pub. Oh, sorry, film. Right, my bad.
Possession.
Okay, so our first proper film review for this month will be Medieval Lurks. So just general plot on this one. So a small rural town after what looks like a bigger outbreak's already happened of possessions. So they have their ways of dealing with it. This small town had a hidden what do they call them? Walkers or not walkers?
Rotters,
which are possessed humans who, once they die, demon releases and all shit unleashes. Nobody wants to do anything with them, so 3 of the townsfolk try and get rid of the body, and all it does is just make things a lot worse. I'm going to go to Niall first, because obviously me and Max has been speaking for a little bit. So, Niall, what are your thoughts on this movie?
Hello. I got a bit lost in this one. I didn't know what the hell they were doing a lot of the time, if I'm honest. Yeah, they were trying to get rid of stuff, but then when you kill them, the
you can't use
goes
you got
into
to use like
someone
old-fashioned way.
else.
Yeah,
And that's why
if you use stuff like they got anything with gunpowder, like you can't use firearms on it. You have to get rid of them in a certain way.
Yeah, but then there was multiple ones because I thought it was just the fat bloke who could jump out of trucks, as you do.
Yeah,
But
I think he must have rolled out the truck
and then end up below some floorboards in a church. I was like, what?
I think he was like the catalyst of, isn't he? So if he was like the main point, you kill him, everybody else kills.
But then it never really explains whether the people were hiding him or whether he had hid himself, whether there was multiple demons, because he was obviously in the truck when that farmer found the goat, and the goat was just randomly staring at him, so he shot it, and then the woman killed him and then axed herself. And then I thought, are they the same demon, or are they different? I don't know. I got a bit lost at this point, if I'm honest.
Okay.
Because
obviously, goats and demons are very tightly mixed, aren't they?
Yeah, but is it the same? Like, yeah, I don't know if they had two on their hands or whether they were dealing with an all-encompassing evil. But
I think it's all-encompassing. But the guy, the big guy in the bed, this dude.
Yeah, that fella.
So ugly.
That lovely chap. I think because he was the main possessed, so anybody who obviously touches him, or because when he passed it on to the dog later, must be because of the goo and like the stuff that's on his clothes.
Yeah,
so it must be from either saliva or pus. So that would then pass on to everybody else, and then everybody else then gets. The only way to kind of cure it is to get rid of the big guy.
Yeah. See, there was really good bits, like the whole little girl thing was fucking creepy, and like people know who were dead, just ringing up, just ringing them up. But it's weird because I thought it was going to be one of those sort of apocalypse films where everybody's dead at the beginning, because it's two farmers in a house and they're like, right, we'll leave in the morning, and it didn't really seem like it was their house, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then they just went and talked to some policemen, and they were like, "Oh no, everything's fine." It's like, okay.
I think from what I could take from it, there was an outbreak, and now they have a way of dealing with it, which is like,
yeah, but some people are like really involved in it, and other people don't seem to care. But I think that sums up this film like completely for me. I think it just seems really inconsistent like the whole time, like with what is going on. Sometimes they could be doing not very much, and then the evil's like really in their face, and then other times they're trying to kill it and it's like not really doing much. I suppose it's maybe because it wants that. Maybe that's the thing. But yeah, I don't know. It had a good atmosphere though, and
yeah, Marcus, very, very Spanish.
Yeah.
This film, much the same as Niall, I was a little bit confused as it got nearer to the end. I didn't like the ending of this one. I thought it started off quite well. It had a little bit of a build-up. There was some things that I didn't like, which I don't know what it is. Any horror film we watch, you'll always get people that are just mongs. They just don't know what they're doing. It's like the simple thing of the first thing I've got written here is when the two brothers are like, "Oh, we've heard some suspicious noise over there because of the gunshots. Let's go and check it out." And he's like, "Whoa, let's not take the dogs because they'll hear us coming, or they'll see us or something." And then he just walks out lighting a cigarette, and I'm like, "He's fucking going to see you anyway." And then they take the dogs in the morning. So anyway, that annoyed me. Then they're like, "Oh, we got to take this rotten far away from here, as far as we possibly can." Then they just go a couple hours down the road. It's like, yeah, it's as far as you possibly going to take him. Just don't seem to give a shit, really. But yeah, no. As the film went on, there was really good bits, like you mentioned with the dog scene, which you knew it's going to happen. They spent so much time with the camera on the dog. You're just waiting for it, and then it happens. You're like, oh shit, he just bit the girl's head. Yeah, so that was really good.
I thought it would have been worse than it was, though.
It was filmed so fast.
A lot more tame than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that at the very least the dad or the stepdad would have seen like the head caved in or something, and then would have been shocked to see his daughter actually being fine. But yeah, obviously the daughter comes out as a ghost in the end and tricks them all, and whispers into the mum's ear like, "Oh, you're going to die now," and she's like, "Wait, what?" The car just shoots around the corner like, "Oh,
the car is going to drive around the corner and bam."
Yeah, the car's going to kill us now, Mum. Oh, that's lovely, dear. Cheers.
And she's dead, and she just stares and having a little dance.
Yeah, it's creepy. Kids can be really creepy though, can't they? Especially in horror films. I don't know what. Well, they explain in this film that evil lurks in them. Speaking of the kids and evil, the other son that's got quite severe. Is it autism that he has?
No,
was it just?
It's definitely something else. Because
I think there's a lot of things. He's pretty much paralyzed, isn't he? Can't speak or anything.
He's disabled.
Yeah, heavily disabled. And I did chuckle when they were like, "Oh yeah, the demon is struggling to understand his mind." And I was like, "The dude's just going through so much shit. Even a demon can't understand it. Just really trying to work him out." And he just gets up and walks off. He's like, "Oh, hi, Nan." Just walks around. I'm like, "Would you not find
that was creepy?
That was creepy.
That was a creepy bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and she just sort of looked at him like,
okay.
Yeah, she can't really do much though, can she?
She's like, oh
shit. Yeah. But then the end, getting near the end when the dad starts pulling out the hair from that kid's mouth, and he's like, "What the fuck is this?" And starts realizing, obviously, that kid has eaten the grandmother, which, that's such a horrific scene. I didn't like that, but it's well filmed. The actual ending, though, I just didn't quite get it. Obviously, you got like a little reborn child coming out and just walking off in the sunset, taking the kids with him. Didn't get that, really. It sort of felt it was a bit weird. And then
I assumed that was the devil. But
yeah, but there wasn't really much that happened of it. Like I would have thought the brothers would have both been killed or whatever, but it just sort of got left on such a cliffhanger. I felt like there was too many loose ends.
They just left him with his life completely fucked.
Well,
as you do.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like there was too many loose ends for that didn't have any explanation for me to sit there and be satisfied with the film. But the middle was good.
I think the end does ruin it slightly because most of it you get quite a lot of tension and it's quite quiet and it's one of those kind of quiet possession films, and then you get to the end and it's a little bit like, what's this weird device you're using? It's just like you're going to start looking at ships or something. It it dropped a little bit where you could have kept that tension, took the whole chunk of it out, and had the bit with just his kids going crazy and then not having to deal with that demon guy. I don't know. But overall, I think it's filmed really well. It's really dark, really atmospheric. Not one of the worst ones we've seen. It could have been very zombie based. And that's what I originally thought it was going to be, a zombie movie.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like a possession movie done in a zombie kind of way is quite good. Like a Wreck 2, because Wreck 2 is more like that. No, I thought the acting was good. There's a little bit like with Sam Mark, the bit like don't have any lights on, and then got the cigarette, and they always say like don't have any lights, and you have the headlights on like full blast. Like great, but there is a lot of creepy bits, which I thought would be worse. Like the dog scene, I thought it'd be a lot more violent. And the bit when the mum's walking down the street and just eating her child's brain.
Oh yeah,
late night snack.
Tasty. That was like, oh, that's not nah. But that could probably have been a lot worse. We've seen worse.
So what the
Remember the
most
barber?
jarring scene of this was when he just randomly started beating up that little kid. You know, the
Yeah.
little girl
It's a bit
who was
uncalled
just
for.
telling him stuff, and he's just randomly punching her. I was like,
No,
"The fuck
I'm
is
going to
going
help you,
on?"
Mister. Fuck
Yeah.
you, little girl. God.
She's like, "I'll show you where it is." He's like, "She's lying."
She's lying. I'm going
Okay.
to continually punch her. Then. It's like, what?
Can't
Yeah.
blame for getting angry, but it was a bit much, wasn't it?
It's just so random. Just came out of nowhere.
And he
Oh.
then you kind of forget about the other boy who is related to the original Rotter. So right at the end, where he goes, "Yeah, I killed everybody. It
Oh,
was
the
me."
one sleeping in the tree.
Whoopsie.
Yeah.
Wherever the tree or their barn or whatever. But yeah, I killed my nan and the guy in the woods. That was me. But yeah, well, no, I think overall it was good. Don't know if I'll go back and watch it again. But yeah, no, I thought it was alright. Niall, would you keep it up in it?
I think it had some good bits, but overall, I would probably bin it if I'm honest. I didn't really enjoy it, and I got the overwhelming sense that it didn't really know where it was going. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, Marcus, keep it up in it.
Been it much the same. I feel like if they tied the ending up to the points I made earlier, just where it cleared it up a bit more, I don't know, maybe I'm too naive with the film and its story, then it would have been a keep for me. Yeah, Ben.
Good. And this is the again the greasy weird guy for people who watch it on video.
Not that photo.
I should keep it out. It's just so gross. I'm sure you get kicked off of YouTube for that. I think I'll bin it again. Or on the edge of a bin. I like completely bin it, but I'll keep it on the edge of that worktop, just tearing on the edge. It wasn't awful. I think it was really well made, but I don't think I'll go back to it. So a very, very slight keep, but on the edge of bin.
Is it like when you go to butter toast and you don't know if you want another slice? So the knife you use, you sort of leave half hanging in the sink. So if it gets knocked in, you're not really fussed, but it's there.
No, you get no knife. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, if it gets knocked into the sink, well, fine. I'll pick up another possession movie and I'll put that one on instead.
Gonna piss in the sink so it knocks it in.
Yeah. Well.
Aim, get a proper arc going so we can knock it.
Oh,
For everybody listening, he did the action.
I did the arcs and everything. It's like
did.
that. What? Oh, everything on my camera is inverted to me. So I'm like, wait, that's my left. Oh, it's probably flipped around the other way for everyone else. But
no, that's how cameras work.
Yeah. That. Oh, this is weird. That. There we go. However long that is.
Okay.
Good.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so our final film for this week is Eli Roth is back. Eli Roth, who did Hostel, Cabin Fever, that kind of thing, is back with his brand new slasher movie.
This was done by the guy who did Hostel.
Yeah. Thanksgiving.
No way. Wow.
It is, yeah. I like Eli Roth. I've met him briefly at Fright Fest. Very nice guy. His work on Hostel and stuff like that. I mean, it was around that time where torture porn was quite a big thing. But with this one, I think he's. We'll go into it more in bit when we talk about it. But I think he's actually done. He's back to form on this one, especially after that really awful Green Inferno. But Thanksgiving, which here we go, Thanksgiving is basically a general slasher, but we get this brand new villain in this one. All kind of based on the night before Black Friday, where nowadays, you have like a whole week full of Black Friday deals. Basically, a mass incident happens inside a store because people don't know how to not fight over deals.
Americans.
And a load of murder. Yeah, a lot of
It's
deaths
very
happen.
American. That's written on my notes.
It's very a lot of shit happens. But the group of youngsters, one of them, their dad owns this big superstore. They sneak through the back and kind of cause a lot of the hassle to begin in the first place. So a year later, somebody is coming to get revenge. But who is it? A lot of people have died in this kind of mass kind of melee of customers and blood and deals. There's a hilarious scene I'll talk about later. Quite a lot of good scenes from that bit. But this brand new killer is going on, and he wants to basically get his revenge on these youngsters and the people behind a lot of deaths. Your general slasher movie kind of fit. I'll go to Marcus first because my voice is completely going.
The sound of doing that as we're going.
It's getting worse and worse the further we're going into the movie. Marcus, your thoughts on this movie?
I actually quite liked this film. It kept me on my toes the whole way through, and I was trying to guess who the killers were. Killers. Ooh, we'll find out soon. But I got it wrong, and Ali actually got it correct. She guessed sort of just coming up to a third of the way in, and I was like, it couldn't be that person. And then it got to the end, I was like, okay, yeah, you're right, fair enough.
Who did you guess?
Oh god, who was it? I thought it would have been the weird guy who the main girl ends up with. The one who's a bit of a stalker at first is that roommate that's tiny. I can't remember his name now.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Her boyfriend, but after the first boyfriend. No,
the second boyfriend. Yeah, not Bobby, the other one.
Yeah.
Is it Ryan? I think it's Ryan. Well, anyway,
second
that guy.
Boy.
So, yeah, a second side hoe. I thought it was going to be him and his roommate working together. As like you never liked me before and now we're taking revenge. I don't know, something weird like that. But I couldn't be more wrong. And I was like, oh, fair enough. I feel like the roommate didn't really get mentioned much after his initial sort of hello, which is quite sad, but hey, it is what it is. Like you said, Mark, there are some funny scenes. Well, funny because it's a film. If it happened in real life, which it does, it's quite...
It'll be horrifying.
Yeah, completely. I suppose you could say that about all our films, really. Imagine Hellraiser in real life. Ugh. A lot of gore.
Die of boredom.
Exactly. I've seen it all.
Yeah, boy, Mr. Pinhead.
There's a scene where one of the guys who is dying with a toaster in his hand, this woman just sort of like croaks over, I'll have that. She just grabs it and like takes it out of his hand awkwardly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just sitting there dying on a pallet.
Yeah, it's just like that. That doesn't shock me. I think people would do that outside of a film. That is a real thing. Got to get that free $15 toaster, whatever it is. I had written down.
That wasn't it? Yeah.
Is what, sorry?
Like a waffle maker or something, wasn't it?
I think it was a waffle maker, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta love those waffles. So yeah, all very American is in my notes, very in bold. It is very American. They do a typical thing, which I despise all horror films. That stay in pairs, guys, instantly splits up.
Yeah.
What is that? You all agreed. You said yes, they stay in pairs, and then just walk off. Like, oh, so annoying. No wonder why they get killed. Firefighter scene. Obviously the whole ending when Kaboom gets blown up. Should we should just say who the killer is at this point, should we?
Yeah, spoilers.
Spoiler alert. We're going to say some little thing pops up as a spoilers now. Spoiler alert, we will be running the rest of the movie. You know the podcast by now.
Yeah. We're going to ruin it in more than one ways. That's what she said. But anyway, it was the policeman. The policeman who was meant to be the protector was having an affair with the store owner's wife.
Who was pregnant with his child.
Yeah, it's very American. Okay.
No, it was a store worker's wife who was treating him really nicely for a divorce.
Oh.
What?
There you go then.
Have I misread the whole thing?
There
was like an ultrasound, wasn't it? Like an ultrasound of
yeah. So she was having an affair with the policeman, not the owner's wife, because he turns her into a baited turkey. It was
not the owner, the manager. The manager.
Yeah,
of the shop.
whatever. Yeah.
He was the one doing the like speech thing on Black Friday.
Saying this shouldn't be happening anymore. Look what happened before.
Don't blame him.
Because you can tell there's something between her and the police guy anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sort of looks over to her, and in your mind, Careless Whispers playing. She looks over at him, and he looks at her again, and she looks at him, and yeah, you get the point. It's all very well.
They certainly look at each other.
Yeah, it's that way. Anyway, so yeah, the sheriff. Oh, there we go. Just the whole eyebrow thing. So, oh, hey, you come to these Black Friday deals often? You want a toaster? Well, I got 2 in the back. Stole it off some dead guy earlier. Pried it from his hand.
What's this one?
Into space, apparently.
I'm waiting in the lift.
Anyway.
Buttons, right, anyway. So, yeah, Sheriff is the killer. Who as well is the same actor who's in Grey's Anatomy, which is why Ali was so obsessed with him, because she loves that show.
Oh yeah, he's the. What's his name? I can't remember now.
Do I have to Google it?
I will. I'll have to Google it.
Ali, what was his name? Dempsey. Patrick Dempsey.
Yeah,
there we go.
That's the one.
Yeah. So he's a doctor. He knows what he's doing with a body, and now he knows what he's doing when he's cooking bodies as well.
Yeah.
It sounds like the perfect friend for Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. He knows how to make women into a turkey.
He does. He really knows how to string them up.
Stuffing joke?
No. Yeah. Anyway, firefighter scene. So Ego's kaboom, giving proper like Freddy Krueger kind of vibes going on there. And it leaves it open for a sequel, which is quite nice because they don't find the body, which, who would have guessed? I mean, to be honest, in real life scenario, that thing's gone to ash. Like he's not coming out of that. But no, it's explode. A film. Yeah. The last thing I got written down, because I'm aware I'm taking a lot of time here, is did you both see the end bloopers as well?
No. Those end bloopers.
No. This right. Normally, I leave a film on or I skip to the end just to see if there's anything else. And this one, it was the last one I watched, so I just left it off in the background while I was eating my dinner, and it came up with a blooper scene. It's when the main sort of lady is speaking to her dad, trying to get the CCTV footage off the computer, and she stands up and says, "Oh, I love you, Dad," and walks off. And it's just a scene where the guy's standing there. And it's an awkward silence for ages. And he just looks at the camera and just starts flipping them off. They were just like, the cameramen, everyone just started bursting out laughing. Yeah, it's a stupid thing, but it's funny.
Okay.
Yeah, extra scenes, guys. Go and watch it. Go and watch the end scenes, end credits.
I didn't realize I did that. Maybe I will.
Yeah, you got to watch the whole thing, though. You can't just skip. It's from start till finish.
Okay.
Yeah. Niall, what do you think of this one?
I quite enjoyed it. If I'm honest, the story's a bit weird. I'm not gonna lie. So basically,
it's a slasher film, so
it's like, so if I was gonna take vengeance, Marcus just got ran over by a car, right? Instead of attacking the driver, what I did was I got on a plane and I went to Skoda's headquarters. And then I killed the CEO. Because it's like that. Like, the thing that happens in the shop probably wasn't the guy who owned the shop's fault.
No, and he kind of deals with the woman who actually was starting to do with it earlier on in the film anyway.
Yeah. So it's just a bit bizarre because it's like, oh, how dare you open on Black Friday? And he's like, but all the customers wanted to open on Black Friday. He's like, well... You shouldn't. Like, okay.
Don't.
And how it was his daughter's fault as well. I mean, yeah, she was in the shop beforehand.
She caused a riot. I suppose.
She did cause a riot.
Well, her friends did. Yeah.
But her dad didn't. Basically, I'm standing up for capitalism. Basically.
That's a statement.
There you go. You can quote me on that one.
Can
But
we
yeah,
get the bobblehead with you and the American flag above it or something?
Yeah.
And,
There you
like,
go. With a
Uncle
bald
Sam
eagle
in the
flying
background.
behind me. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Oh,
There
we
you
just need
There
that
you
flag.
go.
But yeah, story aside, that was pretty good. It's probably one of the best slashers we've seen in a while, probably since Terrifier 2. The best thing about Terrifier 2 is it doesn't really have a story. It just does what it wants.
Well.
Where other films really kind of just have to have a story, and they just sort of stick one in. The oven scene made me feel very unsettled.
Oh,
like
what
that
the
at all.
when he starts to baste her?
Just the whole thing. Just yeah.
Like,
Don't
why has he got a woman-sized oven in his house? I don't know.
Exactly. Why did any of that really happen? That's the thing. But yeah, that's a new fear for me. Unlocked now. I don't want to get ovened to death. So,
I think that's a fair thing to not want. It's it's
to
not
not
a
fall
best
in.
item.
What if I put the tray of nuggets in and I fall in?
What what's the Hansel and Gretel?
Yeah, I could be the fat kid.
It's like, come on, big
Or
boy,
like-
in the oven.
Or like Willy Wonka in a chocolate factory. Get stuck in a chocolate tube.
Yeah. I will tell you one thing about this film, though. It was a way better mystery, although I do think he did that thing where he just sort of pulls a random person out the hat at the end and then goes, they're the murderers. But it was way better than Glass Onion,
What's Glass
which was a
Onion?
shit film. You never seen Glass Onion? Don't. It's terrible.
Oh,
There you go.
okay.
It's one of Ryan Johnson's.
That one is a bin.
Save
That
me
one
2
is
hours and
certainly
19
been-
minutes.
Is that how long it is? Fuck me. That's way too long. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, good.
Cool. I love this film. It's probably one of the best ones I've seen in ages. Actually, it's gone straight to my number one spot for the year so far.
Nice.
Outdoing Talk to Me, which I did very much love. But I've been waiting for some decent slasher films. I think now we're getting some really good ones coming out. So obviously I've got Terrifier, which is probably one of our kind of sleeper favorites here on the podcast. And also with this one, you got a brand new villain, very well designed villain. I mean, the costume I actually quite like. So you look at that costume is quite creepy.
Very nice hat. Very funky.
He does like a nice murder wall.
Showing off those back muscles.
His axie muscles.
I like how he needed a plan for the table.
Yeah, that's the
made me
thing. It putting all that effort into it as well, which I think, yeah. It's like the dinner scene in Terrifier 2 with the mashed potato, which I think is hilarious. He put a lot of effort into that, especially with the penny, and he made a lot of food that day. So yeah, I kind of thought it was him first. Then I kind of changed my mind who the killer was about midway. I thought, like Marcus did, maybe the second boyfriend. Definitely not the main boyfriend. That's obviously too obvious. But the second boyfriend, when he starts to put some of the clues together, yeah, well, maybe it could have been him or him and the police officer, the duo. But
I did think it was maybe two people.
Normally it is, though. Maybe it still is. You never know. But I would love to have a sequel to this. But there's some gruesome bits in this. Absolutely gruesome bits in this. There's a scene where he goes to the cafe owner. She was the one who kind of squished the lady's head in between the trolleys at the start. Yeah. That scene where he pushes her face up against the freezer door, and then pulls away. And you see the skin just pulling off her face. That made me go,
yeah.
That's, But she had a pretty gruesome death. I mean, all the deaths are pretty violent. A couple of them were a bit lackluster. Get kind of the further you go into it. but that kind of whole final scene, very just a Chainsaw Massacre as well, with that kind of scene where they're all at the dinner table. Reminds me of that. Just like I said, well, you're the head of the table. Let me just slice a bit of your wife's leg off. Num num num. Here you go, onto the plate. Don't be sick though.
Quite good.
Yeah. And he's got the most cheesiest name ever, John Carver, which such a serial killery name as well. But no, it's nice to have a series of kind of new killers instead of having to go back to say Jason and Michael and Freddy. I'd like to see these like the old kind of style like Prom Night and stuff like that. Some of the lesser known movies. Having a new generation of stuff like that is going to probably be a great thing for the slasher genre. So hopefully we see more of that kind of stuff. Yeah. Nasty, underwhelming kills, some good faces. I mean, you got Rick Hoffman from Suits in this as well. Patrick Dempsey from Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, and probably one of the best kind of Eli Roth movies since the Hostel movies, really. I mean, Green Inferno was okay. Wasn't great, but probably one of his least favorite in the last few years. But just the opening 10 minutes though. The opening 10 minutes of this movie are just mental and violent, and I love it. For a slasher movie fan, this is my kind of slasher movie. This is something we said, I think, a couple of episodes ago. There's certain movies that we watch where I think maybe it's not really for our generation. Maybe we're a bit older and our style of movies are a bit different. So that's why I kind of like some of the older slashers. This feels like an old school slasher. And Eli Roth is one of the kind of directors who will go by that kind of style of movie. And I think that goes really well with this. So this is going to be, I'm going to start off with this, an unbinnable from me.
Oh.
I could watch this multiple times. This is going to be one of my new favourite ones, especially around Christmas time. Marcus, keep it up in it.
To be fair, I think it's going to be an unbinnable as well. I'm excited if there is a sequel. It reminds me a lot of the Scream franchise. It's just in the way it's been put together, but it is also different enough where it's new. So yeah, I would watch this again, and I do hope that they bring another one out in the next couple of years.
No, keep it up in it.
I am going to keep it. It's not an unbinnable for me because I don't think it's quite up there. I don't think it's on par with, say, like, I don't know, original Scream or, some slasher like that. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. I just feel like there's something missing. I don't know whether there was too many characters or it's a bit too complicated in certain bits. Maybe it was a bit too murder mystery-ish. But yeah, I enjoyed it overall. I liked it. It was one of the better ones we've seen in a long time. It did feel like one of the sort of mid-2000s slasher sort of, when they went through that sort of rebooty stage.
Yeah.
Rather than something that would be made now. So that is good. Yeah.
I'm kind of glad though, because we were originally supposed to be doing Sloth of Hell. I think.
Yeah, what is that?
about a killer sloth.
Yeah, I thought that might be what that was.
Yeah, I think we kind of fell into this because I got this a little bit afterwards. We did better on this one than we probably could have done with Sloth of Hell. Great choices. So am I. If only the link did work. But anyway, so that is a bin and a keep. So that's not a bad week. Not a bad week. So definitely go and check out.
Oh, the first one. Oh, I thought I accidentally binned Thanksgiving for a second.
No.
I do that sometimes.
No. Accidentally binned.
I do it for the thrill.
I do have a question about this film, actually. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go.
So just real quick, I literally just thought about it. The scene at the school when the main lady is with the police officers, and then she goes inside to see her friends. If the police officer is the killer, how did he get in? Because he was outside in the car. Or if I just missed something.
That's why I think there's a second killer.
Yeah, that was actually one of the best scenes for me when they're going through that like wig room. And I thought that's really weird to have like a slasher film where everything's really well lit, and you're like, yeah, it seemed weird, but it really worked. It looked kind of cool.
It's kind of more tense because you can see more.
Yeah, and I've never seen anything like that before. I don't think. Yeah, I can't think of any.
Normally people turn the lights off, don't they, to kind of stay hidden.
Yeah, they usually end up like, say, if that was any other film and it was in a school, they'd end up in the like room with a big stage in it, and then they'd end up behind the stage in like a storeroom or like a prop room.
Scream 2.
Yeah, that's just what happens when you're in school.
Cool. So that is Thanksgiving. That is now available to download digitally now. Should come out on DVD next month, I believe. I'll have to double check that, and actually there's some proper ones on that one. But it is now available to download digitally and watch digital. So go and check it out today. And thank you to everybody for giving us them codes. And we do enjoy some of these codes. Sometimes we don't. It's the luck of the draw.
Do you reckon some people sit there like, oh yeah, let's give these guys a code. That'll be a bit of a blast. Then if they listen, they're like, those bunch of wankers. What do you mean? Cocaine Shark is the best.
Well, at least that Taz liked it.
Right. So I have 2 brand new movies for you for the next episode.
Madam Web?
No. Apparently it's one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah, people are laughing in the cinema. Like, full on laughing at it. They're like, everybody who goes to see it is like reporting that people are just having a hell of a time because they're just like all enjoying it, but at its expense. So
like some other films we watched.
Yeah. Manic Farmer.
It's bad fun. One of our best films we've ever done. Right, so our first movie for next episode will be Lovely, Dark and Deep.
That's what she said.
I was going to say that sounds oddly sexual.
It does. And we'd also be doing Dr. Jekyll.
Oh, Mr. Eddie.
I think I've seen bits of this before.
Well, Miss Eddie Izzard, thank you very much.
Eddie Izzard.
Yeah.
So, is he or she?
She, yeah.
I feel like she's going to be a Labour MP for Brighton, I think.
She is, yeah.
There you go.
Why does that second one look familiar?
What, this one?
It's been advertised quite a lot.
I'm just more thinking the actor. I don't know why, and I could be either really insulting someone here or not.
It's Eddie Izzard, yeah.
She looks like she's been in like Hollyoaks or something.
Maybe.
I don't know. You know who she does look a little bit like, and this is really offensive to the actress, but she looks like Little Mo from EastEnders.
See, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, just reminds me of someone from one of those soaps.
And Little Mo is
Mark's just so disappointed. I don't mean it in a bad way. It's just like one of those faces just looks recognizable. I don't know. Probably isn't even them, but
I think that's Gary Oldman's sister. Is Little Mo? I get my Mo's mixed up. Is it Big Mo?
Yeah, not Little Mo.
Sorry, I'm always getting my Mo's mixed up. That's the trouble.
Little Mo's the one who bludgeoned her husband to death with iron.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She went to prison.
Yeah. No, Big Mo is. Don't worry, I'll get a picture of Big Mo for you.
Oh, good. I was trying to search it, but
I'm very curious now.
So you think this?
No, they don't look the same.
Sorry, Eddie, if you're listening. Yeah. I am a bit worried about that film, actually. Because
why?
I don't know. I've never seen Eddie Izzard act. I don't know if they can. So
I think she can. She's been in quite a few films. She's been in a few films.
He once did, or she? No, he was a he then. Is that? Oh no, I'm so confused.
I've just looked it up. They put themselves as gender fluid. If that helps.
Yeah, but he did like I can't remember how many marathons it was in a row. Let me find out.
In a row? Oh wait, you
Yeah,
don't mean running
literally.
marathons, do you?
Yeah, full on marathons.
It's just a bit mad, really, isn't it?
It was proper mad. Yeah, I can't remember how many he did. Let me just check.
It's just not needed, though. Why would you? What are you doing? Just burning your legs out?
He ran
Maybe it would flop
29. He ran 29 marathons in 29 days.
Fucking alligator. I don't think Niall even saw it.
I didn't. Sorry, I was in.
Oh yeah, Mo.
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 CGI Mo.
Apparently, Eddie's done this many times. He's done 32 marathons in 31 days, which that makes no sense. He'd have had to have done 2 marathons in one of those days.
Or just do one every 23 hours and eventually it will catch up.
Yeah, good point. I think that would kill a normal person.
Yeah. It's not going to be good for you. You got to eat a lot of food for that sort of thing.
Yeah, fucking hell. Can you imagine?
Legs must be buff as anything, though.
Yeah. You could kick down
fucking
all the doors you wanted.
Do you reckon we'll get to see a bit of leg in this film? You know, a bit of the old ankle showing?
Maybe.
I reckon.
The old Big Mo's.
Big Mo's ankle.
Get Big Mo's out, yeah.
So, Taz is going to come on for the next one and be like, "Oh, why do you lot keep mentioning Big Mo? What's going on?" Don't get it.
I'm always mentioning Big Mo.
Oh.
Love a bit of Big Mo, you do, don't you?
No, I truly do.
Anyway, we'll be doing.
That's the thing. People are like, "Oh, you know who Gary Oldman?" And I go, "Oh, Gary Oldman. Oh,
Yeah.
you mean Big Mo's brother?"
No, I think he is hard. Oh,
now I'm confused.
So anyway, right. So we'll be doing
Same
Lovely,
person.
Dark and Deep and Dr. Jekyll on the next episode. Hopefully we join my Taz again if she's feeling a bit better. That's it. We should have Hunter as well, actually, So we should have 5 of us in. So if Taz is ready and Hunter's ready, we should be 5 of us talking about Big Mo.
The famous 5.
And I'll have all my makeup on then, so I'll be on cam.
I really hope you come in drag.
Usually when I say that, it means something different.
Well, maybe you and Mark as well.
Just all the you know how in Milan where they have the really like pale makeup that they put on?
I'll be a geisha, yeah.
Yeah, coming out like proper all the makeup, everything.
Oh, I'm so tempted now.
I'll do it if you do it.
Yes, I will definitely do it.
Yeah, I will too. My camera might not work though, so you.
Yeah, I accidentally got makeup.
While we're here, right? buy Hunter's new book. It's £8.65. Go on, buy it.
That's a
Why
very
is that
good price. Yeah, why not just round it?
So
sorry, Hunter.
Okay.
Just make it
as
£9.
always,
You're worth it.
As always, a huge shout out to our sponsor, Abominable Book Club.
Oh,
I can show it on camera
You
this
can
time.
see it.
There we go. Look, it's a box.
Go on, give us a
love
flash.
What sweets you get?
Ooh. This time round, we got some nice white chocolate with blueberry swirl in it. There we go.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Organic and all that. But now,
And that
this
didn't
time round,
last
I
long.
can show you actually what's in the box.
Yeah.
So, we have.
Is it a book?
It's 3 books.
Oh.
So, you get a brand new book. For this time round, we've got 19 claws and a blackbird.
I read that.
Which is
looks like a book.
It is a book. It's from the author
you said
of
it's
Tinder is a
19
Special. So that was a good one there. We've also got the latest book from Clay McLeod Chapman, which is What Kind of Mother? He'll be coming on the podcast very soon as well.
That sounds like
you
something
get
Big Mo would say.
I know,
Mother.
You also get you also get signed author plates as well. The whole Big Mo. You ain't my mother.
Is this going to be a thing now?
What, Big Mo?
Big Mo. What kind of mother?
You also get gifts and bits and pieces. So sometimes you get badges, sometimes you get artwork and different bits. So this time we've got a very nice card for The Shining. Very nice.
I thought that was a Shining. I recognise the wallpaper or carpet, whatever that pattern comes from.
You also get bookmarks. A ton of bookmarks. I love them.
Oh my god. Mark,
you get tea. What?
That's what you should have called your podcast.
What?
You should have called it Bookmark.
Yeah, it would make more sense, wouldn't it?
But like with a question mark at the end as well, so it's like a question. Bookmark?
Book-mark.
Mark?
So that is what you get inside a Full Guts box. Fuck off. All right, so that is the kind of thing you get inside a Full Guts box. So, oh, camera.
I couldn't agree more.
One More Book Club is the UK's best and biggest UK horror and thriller book box service, bringing a wonders of iconic bookshop straight to your door each month. You can either get the Full Guts box, which is what we have inside the box there, or you can just get the books, which is a brand new book, a possibly haunted second-hand book, and another from an indie title or a magazine, or roughly one of those kind of ones inside the box as well. And you can go to abominablepbookclub.craigdroid.com. There you go, right bottom of the screen there, or in the description in your. You also get 10% off your first box by using the code BloodyGoodReads at checkout. Thank you, Marcus. So that's us. Yes. So thank you as always for listening to the podcast. You can catch us every month here on Bloody Good Screen Movie Club. You can also catch our weekly episodes of Bloody Good Read, which will be back in about mid-March time. We've got Marcus Hawke. He just done his interview, not you, Marcus. This is an interview a couple of weeks ago when I had a voice. We're a bit behind, so I have no voice at the moment, as you can hear. But we have got a hell of a lot of crime authors coming up. We've got some returning guests. Mark Towersey is going to be coming back to talk about a brand new novel. And yeah, we're quite full for the next few months. So do go and check out Bloody Good Reads as always. You can catch us over on Twitter at Bloody Good Reads, at Instagram at Bloody Good Reads, and over on Threads at Bloody Good Reads. There we go. Try and get my voice back. And as always, a huge thank you to my co-hosts. So it's goodbye from me, goodbye from Niall.
Bye-bye. I'm waving.
And goodbye from Mark. And goodbye from Marcus.
Kudos.
Double gum kudos.
At least you didn't try an ASMR.
Don't.
You liking my voice here? You like it now?
Oh, I hate it
like
so much. Make it stop.
A little whisper.
Make it stop.
That's just wrong.